I've been looking around Maxville. It's a medium-sized town. The highway runs through the middle of it. There's a couple fast food places dotted alongside it. It's a big, wide-open town. There are trees, but they're not very tall. It's pretty. It's nice to walk around. Of course, I don't really know what I'm looking for. There's a killer here somewhere, or soon will be. I need to get in front of this. I guess I just have to keep scanning and waiting for the spell to appear. I could create an ongoing spell. I could really use that stupid book to help me out, though. Okay, what do I want the spell to do? Alert me and give me a bearing when it detects the energy. So, it needs to be checking the field constantly. No, that would take too much energy. It would periodically scan the field. Every 15 seconds sounds okay. Now, how big? I think the town is about 10 kilometers or about 6 miles wide. So, in order to scan the whole town, no matter where I am, I have to make it double that. Right, that sounds good. I should put the spell into something so that it won't drain me. I also need it to direct me to the energy if it detects it. Oh! I'll put it onto my belt buckle! That way it can tug me in the direction of the spell! It's also hard to break a belt, so it'll be unlikely that the spell breaks. This will take a lot of energy to make, so I should set up a ritual area, then pour everything into the spell, and then sleep. That way, I can wake up refreshed tomorrow, and it should last at least 24 hours. Then, I can just dump the rest of my energy into it before I sleep every night. Okay, that works. But how will I know it's working? I'll add a countdown to the belt so it can show me how much time is left on it. Actually, I'll have to put it upside down so I can read it, but... Okay, now, I just need a name for the spell that encapsulates the idea. Vigilant Circles. It'll do. Okay, I'll set up somewhere in the bush outside of town. Okay, I'm on the edge of town and I'm ready to begin. So, I have to neutralize the field so no stray energies or effects can interfere. Then, I can cast my spell on the belt. Neutralize. Vigilant Circles! Hell yeah! 35 hours, 27 seconds. I can feel the pulse go out of me if I'm not distracted. Oh God, I need it. No. No. What? 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 No. No, it's happening. East. Shit. Oh, God, I don't have much left in the tank. Open! I can't see from this roof. Oh, God, I'm waiting for the belt to refresh. Come on. West! Oh, I overshot. Track! Come on. There. I think that's J Street. Shit. I need to jump down. Soft landing. Can't make it. Payphone. It's a Dragon Breath Killer. I saw them. They're on J Street. Hurry! Come on. Almost. There. No. No. Stop. Oh. Stop. Hey, buddy, you alright? Hey, man, wake up. Well, you ain't dead. Need an EMT over here! Needs help, but he's near an active crime scene, so keep an eye on him. Adult male, 40s-ish, unresponsive but stable, no obvious trauma or injury. Put him in observation. Where am I?
You're in the hospital. You were found near a crime scene unconscious.
No, my belt says 10 hours and 5 minutes. I've been asleep for about a day.
That is correct.
Well, I feel better and it... Oh no.
Do you feel like you could answer some questions?
I'll try.
Good. Now, you didn't have any ID on you when you were brought in. Who are you?
I don't quite remember everything.
Okay. Well, do you remember seeing anything?
I was turning a corner, and then I saw a person. They left an alleyway out of view, and then they got into a black SUV.
Can you describe the person?
Too far away, and they had their back turned. They were about as tall as the car, though.
What kind of car was it?
No idea. It was parked perpendicularly to me.
Anything else?
The car was about as tall as the person.
What happened next?
They got into the car and drove off. And no, I didn't get the plates. Then I heard a scream and a strange roar, and then I woke up here.
I believe Sergeant Everly will be here in an hour or so, and would also like to question you.
Ah.
Anything else you know that could help us?
Not off the top of my head, but if I remember anything, I'll let you know.
Cheers.
I would like to keep resting here, but I don't want to stick around if Everly's coming. Well, at least I still got everything. Oh, they ran a line. 0.9% saline. Well, that seems normal. Let's go with one of those finger clippy things and some chest probes. No nasal cannula, though, so I don't have the complete set. Well, I do have a bit of time, so let's puzzle things out before I get out of the comfy bed. So, I probably collapsed from exhaustion. I really did put a lot into that belt spell. And I'll have to do it again soon to keep it going. I think it's useful, but I might have to adjust it so it actually gives me a distance, not just a direction. Uses a lot of energy, but seems to be working fine. That spell took a while to get going. I got there in, 5 to 10 minutes, and I don't know how long it took me to wake up, and sometime once I was there. So, at a guess, the spell took 15 to 30 minutes to actually complete. And this is after the killer's been doing this for 4 months. So how long did it take the first time? This warrants some looking into. Still got to deal with this Everly thing. Though, avoiding it has been doing wonders so far. So what am I going to do now? Okay. I'll put some energy into the belt, have another sleepy sleep, and then I need to check out the scene. Yeah, seems like a plan, but maybe I just rest my eyes. Ugh. Oh, the hell is that noise? A wolf is barking at Everly. Oh, what the hell is wrong with this town? Oh, thanks, Wolfie. Open! Close! Well, at least all my stuff is still here. And it feels like the air is still magically cleared. Bearing vigilant circles and charge! Okay, so that should update it, and looks like we've added about 15 hours to it. Oh God, I need to sleep some more. Well, I feel a whole lot better. Oh, God damn it. Now that's something else I'll have to bloody well take care of. I should try and figure out how these are getting to me. How long have I been asleep? Oh, right. Belt says 13-ish hours left, so that was another good 12 hours of sleep. Wow, I feel really good. So, what I think that I've learned is to not go all out and then try and push myself some more. Was kind of necessary, though. Well, I need to have a look at the scene, and I should talk to James. Battery's low. Charge phone! There we go.
Yeah?
Thanks for the heads up.
I've got to take this call. I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
She there?
And screaming bloody murder that the person she thinks is the DBK somehow left the hospital.
Well, she can deal.
Yeah, but if I have to listen to her anymore, I might seriously become a serial killer.
What can you tell me about the case?
Deceased is Nelson D. Lauder, worked as a on-location reporter for the news. We think the killer was trying to get D. Lauder to shoot a piece about them. Maybe D. Lauder fought back during the initial attempt to coerce him. We're still putting it all together.
Is the scene clear?
Yeah, some uniforms are looking after it.
Well, I should have a look around.
Were you straight with me in the hospital?
I don't remember everything I said exactly, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I was.
Okay, good.
Why? The fear of God getting to you?
Resistances do wear over time.
They'll do that. Oh, care package in place?
Yep.
Thanks.
Alright, I gotta get back to it.
One more thing?
Yeah?
How much security footage did you get from the burger place?
About 12 hours before and after, I think. Why?
I've got an idea I'm working on.
Yeah?
Maybe the spell isn't instantaneous. It might take a while to build up.
Well, what does that mean?
The killer might have been able to strike earlier than we thought.
Can this be done at a distance?
The closer the easier, but yes.
How far?
Well, it's one of those it depends things. Depending on the strength of the person and the skill, 100 meters or 330 feet is sort of a rough idea. It could be done beyond that, but it would take a lot more.
Okay. Where are you going with this?
Go through the footage from the burger place and look for anyone that was there and hung around afterwards. Like if someone ate and then went back to their car and sat there for a while. But Start around 2 hours before the incident.
So someone could have done this from the parking lot.
Exactly. Now, I'm not saying this is it, but I think this could give us something.
Well, we could use something. I'll get onto that.
Awesome. I'll have a look at the scene and see if anything stands out.
Okay. Wait. What about the motel victim?
Good question. Maybe the killer stunned them with magic and held them in place while they built it up.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look into it anyway.
Alright. Okay. I picked up the care package and dropped off the tape. Go me. I'm standing near the crime scene. The uniforms are still on the lookout. I've done a walk by of the scene to look down the alleyway. It doesn't seem like there's much left to see. Well, there are some scorch marks up the entire length of the stores that border the alleyway. Damn. So, killer puts Delorda into the alley. So how does he do that? Either magic, he has something to threaten Delorda with, or he has something Delorda wants. Either way, gets him into the alley. Then, they argue, and Delorda doesn't go with it. Killer doesn't like it, and, well, kills him. Now, if the killer has a gun and tries to coerce Delorda that way, Delorda's probably not going to just wait there to die, so Delorda runs or fights or does something. Maybe. But, if the killer stuns Delorda with magic, Delorda's just going to stand there while it all happens. Who knows? I'm making guesses about a serial killer. Take that as proof, Everly. Anyway, if Delorda moved once in the alley, we'll take that as strong evidence against magical coercion. If Delorda didn't move, we'll say weak evidence for magical shenanigans. Seems fair.
Yeah?
Did you get anywhere with the footage?
I'm getting someone on it. Is that it?
No, I've had as much a look at the scene as I can. Did you get any footprints?
Yeah, fresh scene with stuff on the ground. We got some good impressions.
Got a layout?
Yep.
Did Delorda move once he was in the alley?
Don't think so. Why?
I was trying to puzzle out whether the killer was using a gun or magic to get them there.
And?
Well, I'm thinking it might be magic.
How does that work?
Killer casts a spell to knock them out, discombobulate them, confuse them, something like that.
And that works?
Yeah.
Aha. Well, if this thing takes so long to do, would this keep him down for that long?
Yeah, can do, if you've practiced it enough, but it also depends on how strong-willed and determined the subject is.
And you would know?
If I did, why would you try and push it?
Want to see how you'd take it.
You've been spending too much time with Everly.
Well, the powers that be would rather one serial killer than two.
Since when did we listen to the powers that be?
Since they signed the pay slips.
Well, I got what I came for, and more. If you're gonna do the job, do the job. I need that stupid tape. I just walked out of the stupid tape place. Bell's tugging a little bit, but I know about that bearing. Why the hell is Everly sending me these things? And how is she doing it? Well, the former I have no idea, but the latter? Well, magic, obviously. I keep finding them when I wake up. So, she magics them so that they appear when I wake up? It's a neat trick. But why would she do that? So I could track the tape? I gotta admit, that is a clever ploy. If you can't track the person, give them something you can track. It does feel like cheating, though. So why hasn't she tracked it? It was pretty quick to drop them, but if she sent them to me while I was asleep, then why didn't she track them while I was asleep? I'd be an easy target to get. I'd be alone. Unless she can't. She's only been doing this for what? 9 months at most? So, she might not have the practice and the range since I've been roughing it out of the towns. And what's with the microcassettes? Did she get a dictaphone or something? She'd have to go and get one special ordered. Maybe she can only send small things. That does make some sense. But still, what's her play here? Trying to rile me up? Try to get me to make a mistake? Sure. But that doesn't really get her anywhere. At best, it could make me slip up. But I'm not the Dragon Breath Killer, and I'm not sure she thinks I am either. Just play the tape, Alex. Get more information, then puzzle it out when you have all the pieces. Okay, here we go. What the hell? That was nothing! Nothing on the tape! Then why did she send it to me? Ah! So now that I have all the pieces, what now? She did get me riled up, but damn it, it doesn't make any sense. Unless there's a piece I don't have. So, goddammit, what am I missing?
Me.
Jam!
Guess we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, well, well. What do I call you now that you aren't sheriff anymore?
We'll get to that in a bit.
Fugitive? Riverside's resident corrupt cop?
Didn't you hear? A serial killer blew through Riverside a couple of months back. Framed the sheriff who danced out in his way.
That'll never stick.
So there's a rogue ex-cop with a history of weird behaviour. His wife divorces him, so he runs off and tries to steal someone else's family. But he also shows up saying he'll save the day, except the local sergeant suspects he's up to something. So he puts on a whole song and dance, but the mother fights back along the way. When the dust settles, Deborah Williams is dead. Apparent suicide. Some local hooligans break good and bring the boy back, but the bad guy gets away. The local sergeant can't let it go though. He's the one that got away. So she works hard, learns what she can, improves her skill, cause she knows he'll surface again. And he does. She gets a report of a body in Riverside a while away, sure, but it's the exact same MO. Body dropped in an apparent suicide. So she heads over. Meanwhile, the local sheriff starts to investigate this menace, except the menace doesn't like that. So he frames the local sheriff for all sorts of shenanigans. What was he doing in Riverside? Well, no one's quite sure, but a local resident went missing, explosives were found in the forest, and the allegations of election rigging. She rides in to save the day and tracks down the bad guy just as he's skipping town, but he narrowly slips away. Frustrated, she heads back to Riverside to do what cops do, work the case. Along the way, she finds the sheriff and suggests that he may have been framed by the bad guy. So now the sheriff is on administrative leave. And with all his free time, he signs up to hunt down the bad guy.
I like a good monologue, but you're guilty of sin.
Don't interrupt. And oh boy, the hunt is on. She's got his gun, his car, and the goodies inside. Deborah Williams and the mayor James Madsen were killed with the same gun, 1911 45 ACP, Manstopper. So they're trying to track him down when they hear about a new killer starting up. So Sergeant argues that since he was so close to getting caught, he changes MO. She says he'll kill again. Then the second body drops. It's looking like she might be right. She tries to work the case, but people aren't quite buying it. But the bodies keep dropping, so eventually the powers to be let her in. After all, the detective in charge isn't quite getting results and in fact lets a known fugitive escape from hospital.
No one's gonna buy this.
People want the neat little solution that ties everything up.
It's not neat.
Let's weigh it up. On one hand you have an ex-cop that went nuts, became the boogeyman and kills a bunch of people. Or you have a woman gets into voodoo shit, kidnaps her son, a bunch of random townspeople, tries to nuke everyone and kills herself. A sergeant gets tunnel visioned and tries to chase a man down. A sheriff gets caught in the middle of a sweet scheme, a ghost runs around my town, a mayor kills himself, a teenager gets elected, a serial killer starts up, kills people with a flamethrower breath. These scales aren't balanced, you're about to tip over.
This isn't going to stick. People want the truth.
People don't want the truth. They've got shit going on. They've got bills to pay, trust me. They're fine with a simple answer to a big bad problem. We'll also say that it's your pet wolf that's running around, if anyone asks.
Yeah, I saw that thing too. No idea what's up with that. So, what are we doing here? You can't shoot me much as you'd like to. You want to fight me, or just talk my ear off some more? Because I can just walk away, but you can't. You're on a clock. As soon as that investigation is done, they'll know you are who you are, and all the things you've done.
You may be right, you may be wrong. You may be surprised what that investigation turns up.
You're dirty as the day is long, and sooner or later, it'll catch up to you, whatever your name is.
I am Anthony Benjamin Mills, also known as...
Sleep.
The Distraction.
And here we are, 13 days later, with a piping hot episode full of things and stuff going on. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you for listening. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. Come on, you know the places. Subscribe on YouTube. I dare you. I double dare you. My friends who run Ludo Cherry are still running their Kickstarter if you want to go check out some geeky tabletop-inspired clothing. They got funded super quick, which is super great. Couldn't happen to some better people. Couldn't have happened to better people. They deserve it. They deserve everything. Their shirts and skirts both have pockets. Apparently, they can hold over 200 dice each. I think is impressive. So, again, thank you for listening, and in 2 weeks, you can be listening to episode 4, The Ride. Yeah, I don't really ever know how to end these little segments.